Manifestation is divine co-creation, similar to that of you planting a garden or a farmer planting crops, or anyone planting crops for that matter, of course, throughout history. In the same way that a farmer can tend the soil and plant the seeds and check for weeds and make sure that nothing is bothering those seeds, but cannot grow the seed himself or herself, cannot be the force of nature that literally allows the seed to crack open and sprout into a plant that may eventually be harvested. Manifestation is the exact same way. You can plant the seed. You can ask for what you desire. You can tend the seeds of the manifestation by making sure that you don't allow things that may harm the possibility of that manifestation coming into existence. You may take out the people, places, or things that you know are not aligning with your manifestation, just the same way as you would weed in a garden. The same way how I was saying, in order to align closer to your manifestation, you have to remove things more than you have to add things in. It's just like weeding a garden, right? When you're weeding a garden, it's like the earth already provides everything that your plant needs to grow in regards to sunlight, water, earth, soil, heat. But you must remove what could harm that plant. With manifestation and alignment, that's that same exact thing. The universe already provides what you need to make that manifestation grow. All you need to do is remove the things that could potentially harm that manifestation from coming to pass. But once we get to that point where we're weeding and taking out the things that don't align and aligning ourselves closer to that manifestation, that's really all we can do. We can't grow that seed. We can't literally take each piece of corn and make it pop into existence. We can't do that. We have to trust the universe with that. We have to trust Mother Nature. We have to trust God that side of the co-creation will be taken care of. The next step that we must step into is preparing to harvest, preparing to receive. Now, that's what a lot of people say in the manifestation community is prepare to receive. How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we prepare to receive and kind of let go of the outcome of the corn that we planted, because we know it's going to eventually become corn, because we planted corn in the ground and we're making sure that nothing interferes with that corn. So we already know it's going to be corn, right? We kind of have to let go and go do our other work. In order to prepare for when the corn comes, we need to have the right storage for the corn. We need to have the proper, baskets to collect the corn, any tools that it takes to take out the husks of the corn. Think about different recipes that we want to prepare for the corn. Maybe get things set up so we can sell the corn. But we don't have to worry about whether or not the corn's going to grow anymore, because We tended the soil. We did our piece, and God and the universe will do theirs. It's time to shift into that mindset when it comes to your manifestation as well. You took out what didn't align, the weeds, and now you're just waiting for the corn that you asked for to grow. You need to stop worrying about it. There's other things that are more important for you to worry about at this time. You have to turn yourself into the person that is ready for the corn to grow by preparing yourself to receive. Prepare yourself to receive. Because it's already coming. It is for sure a part of your reality. We talked about this in the last time, that it's now become the logical destination for the route that you've been taking. So you know it's coming. That acts as I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of different layers to faith. Like, faith is not something that you just say, I believe in you, God. I only believe in one God and all those things. That's not what faith's really about, in my opinion. It's about believing that there's something higher, there's a divine order to this world, and that, firstly, everybody's interpretation of what God is right. I'm sorry, like, unless it's obviously more human-based interpretation. But if you have a real spiritual connection with something higher and you see that as monotheistic or you see that as polytheistic, that's more of a cultural thing and allows people of many different backgrounds to believe in something in a way that makes sense to them. So that is why I will tell you that you can pray to, like, you should, that I'll say, like, God, the universe, or whatever you pray to, because I think that there's no reason to say only one God exists, all these different things. Like, we know that there's this there is this one thing, entity, but it could be interpreted as many things. It's really up to everybody's interpretation. Faith is not just choosing to believe in one God and telling everybody else that they have to do that. Faith is active. Faith is choices that are made in your daily life that show that you trust in the divine timing and the divine plan for you. Things like, again, not having to worry every day about whether or not the seeds are going to grow corn, but trusting that it will, because that's what you planted and you did your piece, and because of divine co-creation, the universe will naturally do its piece as well. So allowing yourself to now let go of that, to almost really forget about those seeds, right? And now prepare for the harvest. Make sure that you're ready for when those seeds sprout into what you've been asking for. And in order to do that, you need to realize that the manifestation is not the only important thing in your life. That there are other things going on around you. There are connections that you need to make. There are relationships, friendships, things that matter a lot for you to attend to. For me, I'm here in Houston, and I thought that this was going to be the time that I just buckled down and I got my money situation handled, and it gave me all the time in the world to, like, really figure that out. And I started to feel a little bit guilty about the fact that, like, I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't made any money or anything yet. But then I started to realize, like, there's more to life than my manifestation. There's more to life than just me learning how to make money. And that I'm here for more reasons than just that. One, I'm here because obviously I want to be around my family and the connections that I'm making with them and the growth that I'm having, the things that we're healing in a situation that we likely will never have again, because my sister is about to go off to college, and this is the last time where it's really going to feel like we're all kids here, you know, and we live. My son is not with me, so it's like I feel like a kid again, and we're really, like, all living as a family one last time, you know. This is the last time it's going to be like that, and I can feel that and sense that. And so I'm trying to take in every moment of it and just enjoy the time that I have here, and also allow myself to kind of slow down and not have to rush these manifestations at this time. but to allow them to come in slowly. And when I'm called to help co-create them, when I'm called to go maybe remove a weed here and there, or tend to the garden, tend to the soil, and start to set up for myself to be receiving. There's more to life. And when you start to focus more on like what else is going on in your world, what else are you needing to grow and learn from? I'm in a situation where I used to be easily triggered, and I'm being able to see that that's no longer the case for me, which also acts as reinforcement in the fact that I know I've grown and changed, which also makes me believe more in my manifestations. Everything goes into your manifestation, like all of life, because if you look at life through the eyes of growth, then you'll see that everything helps you go towards that growth. Everything helps you become better. And if you become better, then your manifestation can come to pass, because manifesting is really becoming the version of yourself that is ready to receive what you're asking for. That believes you are worthy, and you always have been. So maybe at this moment, I'm not sitting here and specifically thinking about how I'm going to make money. But maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to do the best I can to kind of forget about that. Because when you do shift your attention, then those things feel like they come to you in a blink of an eye, because that's kind of like how time works. Our awareness to time slows time down. And I've talked about that in past videos as well. So if we can stop thinking about these seeds and when they're going to sprout, perhaps then they'll feel as though they're sprouting much sooner. Have faith that they will grow. Prepare yourself for harvest. So if you're asking for love, make sure that you love yourself fully and wholly right now. Maybe put yourself into situations that used to trigger you or would be difficult for you, and see where the cracks are. See where you still need growth. And then if there are none that you can really see, if you're slowly kind of reducing them, then like allow that to be proof of concept, and allow that to help you believe in yourself even more. That's the cool part too about being in a situation that used to be difficult for me sometimes, is that I truly am starting to believe like, wow, there's like, I really have changed. I am emotionally maturing. I am becoming the version of myself that is ready for what it is that I've been asking for. That's how you release the manifestation, is you start to live in the here and now and be present. And remember that life is happening now, regardless of if your manifestation is here or not. Life is happening all around you. Don't lose yourself thinking about whether or not those seeds are going to grow, worrying about it every day to the point that you're not ready for when they do, that you're not ready to harvest when they do, because all you were sitting and spending all your time and attention on was worrying about whether or not they would come, to the point that you were not ready for them when they did. Prepare yourself for them. That's what God is asking of you right now. It's time for you to prepare yourself for what you are about to receive. And to do that, you just need to be present and realize that there's more things that are important in life than just your manifestation. Why are you in the situation you're in right now? Why are you around the people you are with? What can you learn from the situations that you're in currently? What relationships and bonds can you strengthen? How can you be there for people around you more? How can you love better? How can you be more loving? Not only to you, but just to everything that exists in this earth? How can you connect more with the planet? Think about those things. Why am I in this situation that I'm in today? What am I here to learn? I keep seeing these, what I believe are blue jays. Yeah, that's a blue jay. I wonder what that represents. Be here now. Remember, life doesn't begin when you harvest. Life is already here every day. Oh, sorry, that was a little bug. Life is already here every day. And you would be doing yourself a disservice to not allow yourself to live this life until your manifestation arrives. It would do you no good. Live here and now. Get engulfed in your life again. Get engulfed in the situations and people and everything, and just enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Because just like they say, time flies when you're having fun. Prepare for harvest. Your manifestation is coming. Please take this as a reminder that it is. You've done everything you need to do. Now trust that the universe has no choice but to do its part just the same. Have a good rest of your day, guys. All my love.